So we're looking at an example here where P is the statement, my child finished their homework. Q is my child cleaned her room. And R is my child played video games. Oh, I'm sorry, one more. S is my child streamed a movie. So we've got 4 statements. We are going to take these negated compound statements below and write them into words from their symbolic forms. So remember, when we have a negation of a grouped, we say it is not the case that, and then whatever was inside those parentheses. It is not the case that, and now we need the P and Q part. Well, what was P? P was my child finished their homework. And Q was my child cleaned her room. Let's continue on to the next part. We have 2 sets here. Neither are negated though. All right, so P and Q, then we have the then. So it's if P and Q, then R or S. Like that's how I'm reading this out loud. If P and Q, then R or S. And that can help you as you make it into a sentence because I have the if and then or, and we're just filling in those statements, P, Q, R, and S between them. So if and then or, that's what I mean. I'm filling if P and Q, then R or S. And I'm just taking these statements up here and putting them in for the P, Q, R, S. So if P, my child finished their homework. And what was Q? My child cleaned her room. Then, and I can keep saying my child, but I'm just going to switch over to a different, I'm going to say then they. All right. Then R, which was that my child played video games. Then they played video games. Or S, streamed a movie. Or they streamed a movie. All right, last one. We have the double negation of parentheses, okay? It is not the case that. This right here was our if and only if. So as I'm gonna write this, I say not quantity R or S, if and only if, not quantity P and Q. But really I'm gonna say it is not the case that R or S, if and only if, it is not the case that P and Q. That's how I'm going to write it in. It is not the case that, and R or S was my child played video games or streamed a movie. So that my child played video games or streamed a movie. And then we have our if and only if. We're now here in the statement. If and only if it is not the case, we're at that second not, it is not the case that P and Q, my child finished their homework and cleaned their room. And this is why we like the symbolic form so much. This was a lot of words to write when instead we're saying the same exact thing, writing this symbolic form right here. Okay, that's why those are so useful.